Bruh.
Hey, Tritus. Welcome to, I don't know, I'm just doing a stream because the price action continued to dump as I was doing my static video after I had published a static video. So, why not, man? We got some bad stuff going on, I guess. I mean, it's price action, volatility, right? Volatility can summon me. And, that's it, man, right? You've broken the 200 moving average on the 4 hour. You're now officially oversold for the first time since May 24th. So it's been a minute, man. And look, you know, I think the same idea remains where everything's okay until you get a daily candle close confirmation below 8,700. But this doesn't really bode well when you are in a trading range and price action like this occurs, and that's what you fear because, you know, phase A, B, C, and now D could be going on, right? This is last point of supply. You dump on higher volume on the dumps, and then, you know, eventually we would pivot, we would rally to make another lower high, and it's just the same kind of methodical stuff. And we dump again. Eventually we make it to the bottom of the trading range. And once we get to the bottom of the trading range, I think could be real bad if we do get there. So, I don't know, right? Covered most of it. I mean, all of this in the static video, but I understand, like, some people are just never going to look at the static videos. And then some people are never going to look at the live stream, and they're only going to look at the static video. So it was just a good way for me to, I don't know, maybe... You know, the static videos are really the way to grow on YouTube, and I never do them. So, like, anytime I do a static video, I do grow. So, despite the redundancy of having a live stream and a static video, it's still probably decent for the channel. Okay, chat, hello. Oh my god. A rising wedge, you just tested... Not good. All right. Of course, we went down to test 9,100 on Gemini. I mean, you know, what do we... Actually went lower on Coinbase. You like 9,030. This isn't good, right? What's up, weight loss, lean, and fab? Thanks for the sub. That's what keto, man. Intermittent fasting, daily, man. Let's go. Ooh, Monka S. I'm kind of glad. I mean, it makes more sense for me to be live because of this. Where we are, critical areas, chat. We were at critical areas at the top. Now we're at critical areas on the bottom, real quick. So this is the 4 hour. I mean, it looks great. It's beautiful structure, right? We'll see how that's going. I think the stop loss for the idea of if one was to trade Bitcoin on a short, it was whenever after this pump and dump you ran up even to attempt to stop out people. 10,180 here. Actually, that never even happened on Coinbase, but you got a size 10,017 on Coinbase. Let me look for it. It's a idea I published. I think even it was an official publication on Patreon. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't official there. I can't even remember anymore. Give me a sec. But dude, you can't say that there wasn't an argument for bears at 99.50, right? I mean, that was so important, dude. That was Luke Skywalker, the Emperor, and Vader in episode 6 or whatever. I mean, you know, just trying to, and that's the way of me like relating it to someone who wouldn't understand how important 99.50 is and what can happen there, and especially based on history. Man, I need to figure out this search system on Discord better because it's just ridiculous. Maybe this is it right here. No, that's not it. I don't know. I don't even understand how I can search for something. Whatever, I'll find it effing later. Thanks, live streaming. So you're inside the demand line, barely. Go to daily. That's what it looks like. Now we have 5 touch points, technically, right? You didn't until now. So maybe you rally before doing it again so you get the confirmed rising wedge. It is kind of confirmed. I mean, this is a beautiful structure. It looks identical to gold's. But, you know, 100% measure move, 75, 59. Great, man. Negative Momo building, and that's kind of like is expected. I mean, this is like what your momentum should normally end up looking like, and it should go even higher if the divergence really plays out, you know? I don't even know, man. There was like something I posted to patrons, maybe the beginning of the month or late last month or something.
So how would one trade it as a breakout trade?
It's not a breakout yet. You'd have to get candle close confirmation below like 91.50. That's it. Bearish engulfing candle. If you close today, that might be a signal. I mean, but again, there's no breakout. You're still making higher lows. Remember, until 8,700 is broken with candle close confirmation, still higher lows. So at any point, the FRE that you've been seeing on Bitcoin, the FRE could come back where it rallies again. Okay, until we really reverse at 8,700. So how would you trade it? I mean, the best way to trade it, again, I'm looking for, can a patron help me find it? Someone, it was the rising wedge short from like 2 weeks ago. That is the same, nothing changed on it. I don't know, we'll find it. But typically it was like, if one was to trade it, after this move up and down, right, the engulfing, we start rallying, one would have taken the, one could have, to size up the short, could have taken the position at any point here, right? Of course, the best entry was 99.50, probably for that short, because we know the historical significance of it, and we talk about it to ad nauseum every single effing day, every hour. We talk about 99.50. So that was like where you wouldn't expect much price action above it if we were really bearish and the bearish divergence was to play out in the rising wedge, right? So stop loss, I think I had it at like 10,200 or something, 10,220, and one goes short until like targets like this one, like 75.50 might have, I think, was the target. Eventually we'll find that so you can bring it back up. See, I don't understand the search options. How do I look for things from me? You know, it says like from user, from, right? I click that, and it's like Lord Ray, and it's like from Lord Ray, and it's like no search, nothing, can't find anything. Do I have to type in my stupid number or whatever? Dude. F Discord, seriously, F it, man. Alright, I'm gonna copy pasta that. But nope. Sorry, that doesn't work, artsy, at all. Anyway, F it. I don't care. So stupid trying to find things. Alright, so again, man, like the best way to trade a rising wedge always is if like you get an opportunity at the top of the pattern, that's the best, right? Like that's the lowest risk entry ever for trading a wedge, like complete blanket education here, right? With a stop, you know, whatever, reasonable, maybe looking left if there's context. I mean, normally it's like this, one taking a short at the top of the pattern, and really one doesn't take profit at the bottom of the pattern because one's not expecting, but one, you know, the way that these patterns work is the reliability, they play out to the downside. So one just takes their bet at the top and they go for they swing for the fences on this, and they go for that 100% measure move. Or, you know, Fibonacci works too. One could use that. So, I mean, that's normally how it goes. But I think the way we had it was set up was just somewhere in here was like the entry for the short with a 10,200 something. stop, and then here, and then the reward to risk in the end was adequate, 3.81 to 1. So that's good. So again, we're at the demand line now. So there's no confirmation of breakout. This could reverse the upside and screw all the shorts because you haven't confirmed any trend reversal at all. 8,700 could be what does that, maybe, at least for the short term. Okay. No, this dump, $586 down on the day. We've seen far worse than this. This might very well have something to do with the index funds and people starting to get a little freaked out, People getting freaked out, right? I'm doing the static video over, just doing it live for you, okay? So, whatever. If I get 0 views on that video, okay. Hey, I think I've already got like 2 subs off that anyway. 2 YouTube subscribers. That's better than nothing, man. So this is your S&P. Remember yesterday, demand line. It's not good. It's looking like a reversal, maybe. 886 retrace. Squeezed in, and then just you gap down. We're down 4.2%.
Is that a joint?
Probably can't because stockholders, right?
Bruh.
So, in the static video, I talked about where targets could be. You haven't even hit 236 yet, so you think that's coming. But then again, you got 3020 just above it, and the 200-day moving average, where they could act as strong support. They could. I mean, that's a lot of chop there, man. So look, are we springing back above all that crap, and then now we're gonna back test the spring? You would hope so for your retirement sake, right? So yeah, Bitcoin's is down about 1%, 1.5% more than the S&P today. And yeah, dude, it's like, hey, the divergence, I guess you want to call it that, finally played out. But dude, have fun guessing on that. So you were overbought, and now you're not. Now you're sitting at 54, back to neutral. Reset that daily RSI. Right? I mean, do we really want to go through the altcoins and look at the devastation? Because everything's gotten wrecked. VeChain's up 3%, only because it was up like 10 to 12% yesterday on a blue sky breakout. Wow, VeChain was the story, dude. It's been the story. So reversal areas, maybe like common retrace areas between 25.89 and 28.35. Will the money printer even allow prices to get that low? I don't even know, man. I mean, you'd think in a common normal market. This isn't a normal market. Like, looking at index funds like Dow Jones, S&P, they're just not normal. And here was the same, I mean, almost identical looking pattern to Bitcoin, but different outcome, because gold is the true hedge against market tumult, uncertainty, like we're seeing in the equities market in the past few days, or just really today. Yeah, the past couple days have been like, it's kind of choppy, man. We're not really going higher. So, 3 white soldiers again. Confirmed 1, 2, 3 on the daily, just like we had here. But will this 3 white soldiers manifest into higher price, a higher high than the previous high from June 1st? That's a big if. I mean, if we're lucky, it does continue to rally, but there is a chance. What if it sells off again and comes back down to like 1690, 1700? Inverse head and shoulders much, maybe? It would probably be extremely discernible on the 4-hour if we got it like that. But you think in time, by July 4th, 1776 plus on gold? If anything, it'd be very patriotic and awesome. But yeah, VeChain dump, again, it was at 10%, now it's at 3% gains on the day. So yeah, we'll look at it. Look at that, man. I mean, just it was at 1.06 cents. It actually achieved it. So incredible. You gotta love it. And you're still broken out. Okay. Let's go to the weekly for this. man, gangbuster, right? I mean, this is a real breakout. I mean, the absolute top of this range is like this red line, 8.895 tenths of 1 cent. Man, getting a weekly close here would be incredible. Nothing short of miraculous. My video got outdated pretty fast. I don't know, man. Sorry, I was getting word from maybe the Emperor, Vet Moonboy himself. No, this is not called the Wu-Tang pattern. It's just a trading range. And the top, I mean, like, you break out of a trading range with confirmation. I mean, the measured move is up here at like 1.5 cents, 1.6 cents, something like that. But I think, you know, streams like this are good. Sorry, man, it's a little early in the day for the stream, so getting calibrated still. Didn't do any singing, right? My voice isn't really like that warmed up. I mean, the static video helped, but still rough.
Is that a joint?
Hey man, long time lurker here. Love the stream. You mind checking out a couple airline stocks when you get them in?
Miker, thanks for the 420 contribution, man. Yeah, we can look at like American Airlines or something like that. Bitcoin 93.39. So well off its lows of the day, where you're up $300 from the lows right now. That's, geez, volatility much? Yeah, American Airlines, just a random one. Huge dark cloud cover in development right now, where it's down 12%. It was down, wasn't it down like 10% yesterday or something? So boom, welcome to airline companies. Gonna take your order, because you might be saying that, you know, I don't know how American Airlines would make you literally lose your job that you have now to be flipping burgers or something. But man, 88% retrace from its you know, December 2008 levels. Big move up, took a lot of people by surprise. It was pretty wild, but again, right? I mean, imagine FOMOing into airline stocks after they've appreciated in value like 50% plus in a very short period, in a week, right? And then look what happens this week. It just gets dumped on your head. So FOMOing, still a very bad idea in all industries, in all markets. FOMO bad. It's just like, I don't even know, like even in Patreon, it's like people wanting more trade setups and stuff. So I don't know what else you could want at this point. You know, I mean, like, look where the index funds are. They're so high. They just haven't stopped. No stopping. And then the trade setups like have just like succeeded. Many of them have just played out and hit targets and all that. And then a few days later of just, meh, maybe Litecoin looks okay for a move up. You know, like not going to happen with Bitcoin. The stock market takes a huge dump, and it's like, yeah, man, that's not surprising at all. This has been a stupid run, defying lots of logic. All right, so that's your American Airlines. It has, let's go to the daily. I mean, we can redo it if you want. We can like redo Fibonacci the relevant way. I mean, look, we could go from the high up here to the low point, or we could just go from right where the bottom fell out. That's where we have been Fibonacciing. I mean, this is like where the S&P 500 was at all-time highs this day, or around this day. Right? So airlines were already terrible. So it hit a 61.8% retrace from its high to low, a golden retrace, hit the 200-day moving average at the same time. That's the top of the golden zone, right? If you know Fibonacci, you're like, oh man, that's getting weird, airline companies. And then the S&P hitting an 88% retrace. So, I mean, yeah, big sell-off today. Get wrecked airline companies. I don't know. Like, you're below 1535, 1648. Which is somewhat support resistance. Yeah, support resistance, man. Below this, the next target, I think, is probably like 1250 again. Not much I can really do with technical analysis besides give you Fibonacci retracement. It's like technical analysis is meant not to just randomly look at things and be able to discern randomly when something's going to break the upside or downside. Technical analysis is meant to help you identify an edge on the market. Right? So if we're just randomly looking at assets, then there's a really good chance we are randomly not going to find much. Right? I mean, you do scan, right? You scan lots and lots of charts to look for those edges, right? So many. Like, you black out doing them, God, you know? But just to go to an airline company just to look at it, it's great to look at, but I can't really help or do anything, you know? Yeah, believe it or not, the fundamentals on Bitcoin are still at all-time highs. Can you believe it? Holy crap, it's Jeffy, man. Let's go!
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Wow. What's up, Jeffy, man?
Bruh.
Check Discord. A different view from a couple weeks ago.
Yes, sir. Okay. So it was Jeffy found something, but it was like actually what I was looking for. Jeffy's like, I actually had like the idea, like it was like a publication, like a trade setup publication, like I'll do, you know those. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, the Rising Wedge, whatever. It was June 2nd, but we haven't broken it yet. I mean, we're real close, man, real close. But unfortunately, Jeffy, dude, it's like we have certainly broken this, you know, this gorgeous art-worthy channel. You know, you're out of it, bearish engulfing candle in the midst. I mean, it would require maybe a buying miracle here for things to change. But the thing is, dude, like you can't really be that worried about this asset until it breaks below 8,700 with daily candle close confirmation. Thank you, dude, Jeffy. Heffy Jeffy. All right. You're amazing. And dude, all the contributions, the support for this channel, for this community, for this stream, dude, for the team, dude, just, it's unreal. Please.
Hype in the chat!
For Jeffy, dude. He keeps things rolling. A lot of y'all do. So, all right, I mean, if we want to, we can. VeChain's back up 5.5% up. Everything else does just destroyed, right? Just completely destroyed. Dude, what's up, Modern Codes?
Just wanted to appreciate your time and skills. Thanks, Mitch. 0.085900000 ETH.
Thank you, dude, for that dollar cost average of Ethereum. Because that's what it is. Yeah, you tip me crypto, it stays crypto. So up days, down days, doesn't matter. It all evens out to some average. And it goes in there, man. Thank you, dudes. So Ethereum, since you tipped, why not look at it? And big, hey, you know what? Hey, if it can't break it, Bitcoin dumps, you're going back down to 223, 227. I know we've said that. That's the support. That was the next, like, dude, if you don't break this here, that's why these lines are plotted. They're not jokes, man. Still on the crazy pattern, right? You still $1.50 from hitting that target. And this is so nice for Bulkowski stuff because he says, like, why do we not hit our measure move? Well, probably because of support resistance looking left. And that's exactly why you didn't hit that 100% measure move, because it was a high from March 7th, 2020, and we just unable to get up there, man. You tried. It maybe would have worked out if it wasn't for that meddling Bitcoin. So I'm gonna take the mask off. Turns out it was a freaking scrub underneath. Okay. So not great. Hold this, you're fine. If you don't hold this, then you're coming. I mean, the next target, if you don't hold 227, 225, you're coming right back down to 216, which was the old neckline of that structure we broke out of. And I think if you don't hold that, you're probably coming down to 195. So we got targets the downside for sure. Yeah, dude. Well, not to mention, I mean, those targets I just said are from a low point to the high point up here. Those are common retraces anyway, right? We can target for it, fine. Go to the low, to the high, all the way up. 236 exceeded 382, 225. You can't even see it. It's confluent with this trend line here. And then, all right, so we just paint the golden zone like our common retrace. So say Bitcoin makes a common retrace, Ethereum's going to make one too. And it's going to be between 205 and 225, all right? That's it for now. You're about to be oversold. You're at the lowest RSI you've seen technically since May 10th. So 30 days, man, or so, you hadn't seen these levels. Down 6%. Ouch. Thanks for the 600 people tuned in. Yeah, if you're enjoying the live stream, not maybe the price action, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Just doing a random stream, right? Just a day stream to cover some live price action with you, where at the lowest point today, I think Bitcoin hit 9,040 and it's currently at 93.24. Volatility is very real. Maker's about to be added to Coinbase in 15 minutes. Interesting. Very interesting. Neither Bitcoin nor the stock market are literally crashing. I would say they were maybe overdue for some selling. And not so much Bitcoin, it was kind of nebulous there, but we knew that there was a low risk, high reward opportunity for shorts if they were inclined. But at the same time, you know, if we broke really, if there was really like a lack of supply at 99.50, 10,000, then Bitcoin could have seen 10,550 extremely fast. So, but the S&P seemed a little bit more, yeah, it would make sense. Freaking dig that, dude!
Bruh. Is that a joint?
You took my ACR barrel. Screw your fake internet money. Wrapped.
Yeah, dude, I did steal it. If you don't know, dig dat. I got in a colossal bidding war with a guy named Digdat a few days ago for extremely rare. I believe at this point there's only one left on the internet. That's how rare. Like for sale that you could find. And I definitely implore you to look and prove me wrong. But a 10.5 inch factory ACR barrel with the AAC on it, you know, compatibility for the suppressor. Go look for it, find it, and try and then prove me wrong, but he was the one who I had to defeat to obtain that rare as F barrel. So, thank you, Dig Dat. It wasn't cheap, was it? No. Thanks, man. Wow. We got 2 Binance coins in the jar. Can't believe it. So, dude, yeah, fake internet money too. Yeah, fiat, you know, that'll be used for bills and expenses and reinvesting in the stream, and the crypto just stays crypto and maybe appreciates in value one day. I mean, it's been appreciating, but let's be real, dudes. Bitcoin has not been appreciating value. It just depends where you bought it, right? But if you look at the monthly, man, no appreciation in value for 2 years. I mean, it's only been consolidating. Looking at log scale, nothing, dude. Weekly's a joke, dude. Look at the weekly. It's like nothing even really happened. So, I mean, still contained within the parameters. This is why I like log scale. I like being conservative sometimes more than not being, right? Where we look at it in linear, and it was... Did it even break out of that down-sloping trend line in linear? It was trying to. It tried twice. Once last week and once this week. Let's see. Weekly, then we go to Pippin X chart. Seriously, dig that. I know you are, man. Jeffy. Thank you, dude. The log scale. Add a log scale. Look at this, chat. I mean, it's too perfect. Too well received. Where you had converging resistance, right? Confluent resistance, where you had the down-sloping resistance, the supply line, that was confluent with the top of the major, mega historical horizontal line resistance, right? April 30th, May 2018. So at that area, all we've done is last week we ran up, tested it, failed. This week we tested it, failed to break both of them, and now we're in the midst of attempting a bearish engulfing candle. Any close this week below 94.54 would be a confirmed bearish engulfing candle, and now you're getting well on your way to hidden bearish divergence on the weekly, which could be extremely bad. That's impending price action continuation to the downside on one of the most significant time scales. You don't want this. This is kind of worst case scenario, where you're starting to majorly reverse at a supply line where tons of sell orders would be after a momentous run recovery, but that recovery fell short with where traders settled up 88 to 90% retrace from that previous high to low with this going on. That's not bullish. That's not good. You get follow price action next week. We start getting down to the 8,500 area. Oh yeah, dude. That means we could probably eventually see 7,700 to 7,400, right? So that's right. You think about the daily rising wedge, maybe the daily bearish divergence. Then we time scale hop to the weekly, and then we get hidden bearish divergence. And all of a sudden, those are coinciding variables that say there's an edge on the market for lower prices, not higher prices. Okay. So the argument getting more powerful with this type of price action at this area, and that needs to be noted. You got to be cognizant of that. All right. No, RSI is not showing bearish divergence. LPLT, what do you mean? No, that would be bearish convergence, right? Where you make a high on price, a lower high on price with lower levels of relative strength. That would just be a white trend line, right? Bearish convergence. It's bearish. It's not like bullish, so it's still fine. It doesn't mean impending price action reversal, though, because it can't. It's not how it works. So, meh. Bad news on the RSI is you're below 60, right? 60 is such a big deal, man. And we're just pathetic. Last time we up thrusted through it, then coronavirus came and killed you. Look at this. This is the real big tell. God, dude, stupid. You go up, look, you up thrust, you eventually come, you back test this, you back test 60 on the RSI as a resistance in the weekly. What a joke. That's not divergence really, LPLT. I wouldn't look at it like that. How can that be? It's the same wave, like one wave, right? Wave analysis, very, very real. Right? So here's a discernible peak, discernible valleys, right? On the weekly, that's how we determine divergence. We don't just use it's the same wave, the same candles and chop. It's just not it.
Thank you for mentioning Real Vision time and time again. Been binge watching their videos, and Refinitiv is the best. Gives you much clarity in a pulse on world markets, and has helped guide my very recent success in trades. Cheers, kings.
Jacob G, thanks for the sixes. Yeah, dude, Real Vision is incredible. Bro, Paul is amazing. I don't know, it's just great. It's like what people should be watching.
China.
Most reliable streamer. Thanks for making it this morning. 0.000500000 BTC.
Micro Angelo, thank you, dude, for the $4.69. what is it? S&P 500's at session lows. Bitcoin again weekly in the midst of painting a bearish engulfing candle, and if that gets any follow through at all, the hidden bearish divergence would mature. You coincide that with the daily bearish divergence on both oscillators with the rising wedge pattern, and these are all signals on the market right now are saying downside, higher probability of downside, not upside. Though of course, probabilities are what they are. They are not certainties. All right. S&P 500, goes in the chat. Oh God, look at the weekly on the S&P. Whoa. Potential dark cloud cover engulfing candle. That's right. I mean, how did this run start? A huge bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. All right. Don't forget what's happening here. Like, this could be a very bad thing. An 88% retrace with this potential Japanese candlestick combination in development. You've got 1 day left. So if we close tomorrow below 3,036, I understand that there's supports here, but that's a bad candle, a real bad one. And it's so bad that it's like, someone light the torches of Gondor and let them know that we could be painting a weekly major bearish reversal candle. Just as bad or as crazy as the bullish engulfing candle was that started this reflexive rally that has not ended. We're still here in June. Okay, weekly, S&P. Certainly, right now, if this reversal is real on the weekly, you're looking at hidden bearish divergence, just like you are on Bitcoin on the weekly. What? You gotta be kidding me. I'm not, right? Just like Bitcoin, where there was a high, there's a lower high, there's higher levels of positive momentum. Yeah, here, not really. It's diverging like LPLT said, but it wasn't truly bearish divergence, the textbook style. So, yeah, I mean, I get what LPLT was saying, where you were diverging, but is it technically bearish divergence? I don't think so. You really want to see those valleys and peaks, right? Like this, like a huge separation of the islands. Okay. So get wrecked, index funds. Get wrecked, money printer, going burr. You had to hit the supply line of this crazy pattern, reject it, reverse. You had to have Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell speak. He spoke. And now we're down 4.6%. Yeah, again, near session lows. You'd think at this point, I mean, it's almost certain that we would see 3,020. Well, there's today or tomorrow, I don't know. But, yeah. What's up, Miss Zen? Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it.
Adios, turd nuggets.
Excuse me, hit the wrong button. So yeah, dude, I don't know like how long I'll be live. I've been live now for like 45 minutes. And what is it? Is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. So it's Patreon night tonight. We'll be doing a stream, wheel spins and podcast stuff, just hanging out. And I don't know, if this stream's not that long, I think I might be back for the daily candle close stream. This depends though, man. I mean, I've already done a static video and this, and we've covered so much, right? I mean, so like, man, VeChain's already back up 7% now. Are you kidding me? Bounced off that top of the range for now. And there was no bearish divergence when this thing went on this run. That's what's crazy. It's just resetting the oscillators. And if you can hold these trend lines for a week or something, right? Just a little while, for a while. Confirm it. Dude, the run on VeChain could be insane. It's like, I don't even know if there are any other altcoins that are breaking out of ranges or that have technically broken out. I mean, we're even talking about performers like Link, right? That is very high. It still hasn't broken any kind of highs from like February or June of last year. It's close. It was close, really close, but just didn't. I think at one point Tezos had broken out, and it's been this extended uptrend, but it couldn't break $3, right? It's at 262 now. So VeChain's doing something very unique.
James Bond filter?
Do we even have a James Bond filter? I don't know, I might break it if I use it. Oh yeah, let me go get my tuxedo, Dzam. Alright, I have to go rent it from the store. There is no James Bond, but there is probably a tuxedo, right? I think we already tried this. Crazy. Oh my god, it's the Pooh Bear. You'll have to give it a second. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like this app. If I leave my PC on like overnight and I come back, everything's fine. Hey, I'm Pooh Bear. It's broken though. Oh, here we go. I'm James Bond, everybody. How you doing today? So dumb. I can't believe we found it. This is like the only one though. So take it or leave it. Yeah, Maker. It's not broken out yet, right? Maker's similar to VeChain in its amazing run from the bottom of the channel to the top, right? But again, burn this image in your mind right here. Or, okay, so I don't even know if I consider the Walmart rumor wick, scam wick, part of the range. I'm just using like the actual tops that make sense here, like May 16th and all these other ones. Like this was really the start of it. I thought that was really important because you were just price action correlation to it was real from the start. Like that's the first. That's like from the bottom to the top is the anchor point. That's big. So you look at this. And then you look at Maker. Let's go to the weekly. No breakout, but yes, still killing it. But this is exactly what we thought in time could occur. Like where if you held the, you fell out, but then you back tested you back tested the spring 3 different weeks. Coinbase listing news, engulfing candle, and look at the fall of the price action off that bullish engulfing candle after you've confirmed a break back into the range. The top of the range, 800 to 850. So even though yes, Maker, it's like it, man. It's still if Maker was VeChain, it'd be like $900 plus right now. Okay.
Mitch, I was banned from your Discord a couple of hours ago for a comment I made a week ago. Did I misread your rules, or was I supposed to receive warning before this could happen?
I don't know. So I delegate to the mods on moderation. So it seems like, yeah, you were posting some I believe it was anti-Semitic things, like a plethora. It wasn't just like one article, it was like multiple things. And so I guess when they reviewed what you were posting, it was completely unacceptable, and so you got the axe. So I don't know, man. We'll see if we want to pull it up. Let's see, you were posting. I don't know. It was mainly the stuff you were posting was very, very politically charged. And we're a TA channel, right? So it's like, posting politically charged comments in the general chat is probably not the best option. And I'm sure there are much better Discords to post politically charged stuff, right? So there you go, dude. I mean, we tried to make the community at least a little bit of a safe haven from all the absolute ludicrous stuff that's going on in the world. So when you're posting kind of radical things, you can get wrecked by mods. So thanks for the 1488 super chat. But I do have to say, super chat or just tipping me if you get banned is not the way to get unbanned. That's almost like you buying me off. So you would need to talk about it with the mods. Okay. Anyway, and that goes for everyone. $7.50 on Coinbase. Yeah, whatever. I mean, there's gonna be different spreads across different markets. That's what happens. Different people trade on those different exchanges, right? That's a good question. If you've been banned from the Discord, how do you reach out to mods? I guess in here. I don't know, or it's up to them, man. Like, mods, you hear this, so. Where do I order my shirt? Actually, this is not ordered. This was made by Wheelo Crypto Man at the Vegas meetup. He had made like 50 shirts or something, and anyone who went to the 10,000 sub meetup in Vegas got one. I got a few, but yeah, merchandise. I don't know. We had been stalled for reasons, and soon I'll get it. We'll get it, man, and we'll have merchandise set up in a way where you can easily buy it just on YouTube. And when you buy it on YouTube, and it would show up on stream where it's like, hey, Daniel S just bought a Mitre T8 shirt, right? So yeah, we'll have that soon. That's just something I have to take initiative and do, but we've just been stalled for so long because of that problem itself.
No suit. You already look like a Bond filter. Quarantine does a body good.
Thank you, D-Zam. Appreciate it. Did James Bond have a beard? Is that the thing with James Bond? And was James Bond a redhead? I don't think he was either of those things. Bearded, or redhead. So, thank you for the compliment to say I look like that, but I think I have more of a radio face, right? Chat, I think you could agree with that. Thank you. You got banned from Patreon, Fish Face? Oh yeah. I think mods were talking about that. I think we're working on that too. But I know it's not supposed to be talking about these things, but whatever. Price suppression said, yeah, Charlie, yeah. Maker going down? I mean, nah, dude, Maker's going up right now, at least on Bitfinex. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's probably, look, man, I mean, Coinbase has no data, so why am I mean, Coinbase is probably faster. Like, that's like the live price action, but this is the data. This is so good, right? On Coinbase, you'd have no idea you were backtesting a spring 3 different weeks, right? You'd have no idea you bullishly engulfed and all that, right? You'd have no idea where the resistance is if you looked at Coinbase, the chart. So we gotta, be real. Okay, so across the markets, man, besides Maker and VeChain. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Rising wedge. Bearish divergence. Destroyed. Near the bottom of the channel. This is BAT to the US dollar. Whoa, dude. 200 moving average is right below you, 21.5 cents. I mean, you almost hit it and you bounced pretty hard. Currently sitting at 23.05 cents. It's just climbing because of Bitcoin. It's going to do exactly what Bitcoin does, man. I mean, when there's volatility like that, the downside, BAT's going to fall. So is everything else except the anomalies. I mean, think about the news-driven catalyst. VeChain, ever since the partnership was announced with Bayer, a real company, They've only been mooning every single day for the most part. Maker, ever since the Coinbase listing, has been mooning like almost every single day. So those are news-driven catalyst anomalies, and the rest of the market says, meh, we're going to follow Bitcoin because there is no news-driven catalyst for any other coin really right now. Element OP, it was you or Catterday that was talking about that divergence. But the divergence played out, but then we rallied to make a lower high, and then we dumped again. We broke out, so... Yeah, it's crazy. We up-thrusted once more above 24.9 cents, which is very critical. You could just never sustain prices above it, ever. And it really had to do with Bitcoin, I'm sure. Right? If Bitcoin was up right now, that would be up above the critical area, right? And eventually we could have seen ourselves at 27.5 cents. It just didn't happen, man. It's a macro. Just like AMD, Nvidia, you name it. Most equities have gotten hit today pretty hard. I mean, it's the macro, man. And we're now at session lows on the S&P futures just now. Look. All right, we just hit at 3,032. And then, you know, on the S&P and the Dow Jones, 25,408. Well, you know, it was a few minutes ago for the Dow Jones. S&P's just like now. So Dow Jones, like any more moves down, it's about to make its session lows. It's been getting wrecked, man. Yeah, VIX is up. That's what happens, Larry. It inverse correlates with the equities market, duh. And people trade, you know, levered ETFs or ETNs of the VIX, like the VXX, to hedge their position against the market that is turned to the downside. Okay. Cody, there is a pretty easy way for grandma to spend her 401k on Bitcoin. Well, it has to be self-directed. Yeah, coffee mugs, t-shirts, hats, you know, just the standard stuff. Of course, yeah. Of course. Payout day from Brave. Yeah, it's very true. And thanks to all the people who... I don't even know how Brave browser works. Well, thanks for... I mean, every month on the 7th through 9th, I receive like 500 BAT. So thank you for that, all of you. Unsung heroes, because it, you know, doesn't show up on stream when people tip through the Brave browser or how it works. So thanks, everyone. Okay, so that's BAT, and his channel still at least, yay! But that's all you can hope for. Poor Tron down 10% today. Just, you can't win. You can't win with Bitcoin doing that. It should be noted to everyone. And I do like the way BAT...
Got down to 8% body fat doing keto cut with proper macros and lifting 6 sets a week with 1 hour and fasted cardio. Biggest thing is macros/cows. Abs are made in kitchen. Looking good, Midge.
Yes.
Get that vascularity game strong, king.
Nat Sock, thank you for the $3.33. Grats on your 8% body fat. And yeah, it really is diet, man. Diet over everything. Abs are made in the kitchen, but you do want to work them out. Yeah, and working out in a fasted state is the best. But when you intermittently fast, it's very easy to do that, right? If you like fast all day, you just work out here and there, you know? I do pull-ups like crazy. I love it, man. It's weird because like doing pull-ups and stuff, it's the way, you know how cardio you can run for a really long time because you're just constantly pulling, you know, your own fat, right, as energy. You don't really run out of like glycogen. If you're doing that you eventually run out of the glycogen and your body's not fat adapted, so it can't start pulling the energy, so you get fatigued. So it's like you're just burning oil, right? And for me, like pull-ups and push-ups have gotten so much easier in keto/intermittent fasting. Where's my, yeah, there's a Discord link. I'll post it. Here you go. Here's the link. Read the TOS. Don't be racist. Don't be stupid. Be an adult. Act like you're joining a friggin' country club. Pretty easy. Would you talk about that at a country club? Probably. Probably not. Stupid idea. Okay, yeah. Don't talk about it then. You know, maybe in the Discord. What? Oh my god, he's talking about it being a country club maybe? That's bullcrap, dude. It's the internet. It's like, yeah, well, it's the internet where like 99.9% of communities you join, you can be racist and stupid. But in ours, you know, where you kind of have like, we have a dress code for, you know, behavior, believe it or not, man. Posted the link, so. Keto coin, yep. For every carb you don't eat, the price goes up. That would be it. $622,000 ads blocked on Brave browser, Mario, dude. It's blocked way more ads than you have jumped on Koopa Troopas, man. Seriously. That's right, Torchon. Alright, so we're just looking at random S coins across the market, man. Anyone take a look at XRP? Destroyed. Oh, it's just so bad, man. I mean, maybe it was just, it could have been like a flag or something. I just stopped. I just gave up on charting this crap, man. I don't even know. It looks like many others, you know, trying to hold on to its previous lows. See, breaking this area is very bad, right? Very, very bad. And it's like, look at this lower high than the previous high. Not really good, man. I mean, this is like you're about to confirm a downtrend once you break this area on XRP, right? And that's all of a sudden you can just now, like, we have an adjusted supply line up here. It's like 1 and 2. Right, so until you break that, you're still, I mean, you would still be in a downtrend. You have to break 21 cents.
Should I buy more stocks?
Is UA still in play? Well, UA hit a profit-taking level.
I kind of figured you'd stand behind the rules you made for your Discord, Mitch. Sorry I asked too much of you.
Well, I delegate to my mods, and I trust my mods to make the right decision on what they do. And, you know, if they feel a certain way, I mean, you know, they have not steered me wrong since the beginning when no one watched me, when I had like 120 viewers or less, you know. So they took care of things then, and they take care of things now. So thank you for the 1488 super chat again, dude. Appreciate it, man, a lot. It's on them though, right? So like people. So, and the thing is, though, what sucks about it is, like, people will get banned, and they'll literally think I did it, and they'll attack me, and they'll curse me out, and they'll talk crap about me, and they'll do whatever they do. They'll dislike the stream, you know, try to insurrection. I don't know, right? So that's like, man, you're taking it too personal. We have a Discord with rules. If you break them, you can get banned if you break them. So, thanks. Christopher, is UA still in play? Again, UA hit a target, a profit-taking target, right? And the way we were trading this was, if the trade failed, you still made money, right? I mean, the target for UA was 1016. Because the entry was down here. The entry was like 7-something. And it ran up and hit 1020 or whatever. It went higher. It actually hit 1043, which is also... thought that could have get hit too. That's a major potential reversal area. It reversed there. It's not crazy at all. So you've gapped down today, down 8.81%. I have no idea if it's going to continue selling off. It would sell off if the S&P continues to correct. Yeah, for sure. Hit a 50% retrace today on the dot. Not oversold. No edge on the market. Nothing implying a reversal of the upside on even the 4-hour right now. So there is still more downside potential for UA if market participants want to push it lower. So, and we know we could go to the 796 and it's still inside the golden zone. So, no edge. But there was an edge down here. There was an edge. You were making a double bottom. You were showing crazy divergence on the daily. I think maybe even the weekly. And you had a really nice run with a lot of other assets that were trade setups. That most of them hit their targets, and now we're reversing. I think it's so normal what's going on. Like, this is where FOMOers will get into the game and they'll get destroyed and they'll quit. Here, they won't even know when they quit, and then it'll keep going a little bit more, then it'll reverse the upside, make higher highs soon. It's just like, why did I sell then, man? Because you didn't have a plan. Okay? So it's like for people still trading this, like that traded it properly, they've taken profits, right? At least, I mean, I would say more than, but at least what you wagered to begin with, the cash. You take it all out. All you have left are tendies, right? House money. You're still in it. Yeah, you're taking a hit today, tomorrow, right? But eventually you think it's going to make a higher low and run again. And then eventually break 1043. And then eventually hit 1383, right? Because that would be the second target. First target's the top of the pattern. Second target's the measured move, 100% measured move of the pattern. Down 9% now. So, and the way this is traded, right? Trading the bottom is very good because it's like you can have a failed trade and still make money on a failed trade. Because so far, this is only a failed trade. Or a failed pattern, if you will. Not a failed trade because you made money on it, right? But, again, it couldn't break out. And that's what I'm talking about. I guess in the end, maybe a little bit of divergence. Yeah. So still okay, just down. Yeah, correcting like you name it, an asset on the market. There's a real good chance it's doing the same thing as UA, man. That was it. Canatema 6.5. Yep, that was it. This is what I was talking about. You know, posted this on June 5th for patrons, and all I said was this is how one would size up a short on Bitcoin right now, right? Entry anywhere where you are now, 97.50. It was right there, man. Right? So 10,123 was the stop out, which got hit, right? So I was thinking maybe 10,200, but was wrong. But like. And that's what I'm talking about, scam wicks. It's price action above a resistance that never got confirmation. It's a scam wick. That's literally what it is. It's stop hunting. And it makes crypto tough, right? But like, look, you see that one scam wick, right? Back below it. And so back at 98.950, one could have re-entered the short knowing what the price action was doing there. And so this is how one would size it up, right? I mean, 7,400 and 6,400, and I'm using Fibonacci way down there to the top, right? Which is still valid because we never got higher than the scam or the crazy run here. So, I mean, that's it, dude. So.
They are a happening, and everything is simply a happening.
Okay, so been live for an hour and 10 minutes now, so I think that's good, man. I think we're good. Good enough, anyway. Volatility has subsided a little bit on Bitcoin. I'm sure it'll return later, whatever. But certainly no longer making higher lows, at least from its June 2nd, June 7th lows, right? Lower lows now. And breaking out of the channel on the daily, but not yet broken out of the rising wedge pattern. But almost did. I mean, it was very, very close, right? You're out of this. Bearish engulfing candle in the midst of being painted. Not good. Or bearish, anyway. And then here you go, right? Now we have 5 touch points, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th touch. So we have a confirmed rising wedge now. Now you're able to say that for real. Okay. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions. Thanks for coming out. Glad to see I'm shadow banned still, like always. F YouTube. Seriously, I'm done with it. I mean, I have no choice to stream on their stupid platform. Stuck with it. They don't give a crap about anything. Any content creator that actually puts in work and takes it serious, they don't care. I mean, I guess they're like all the other news outlets now that they're in bed with, that they just want their audience to be really stupid and to enjoy the clickbait titles and the garbage, mental garbage, all right? I'll be back. Till next time, respect to the T. Hey.
My new veggie keto life. I can already see and feel most inflammation disappear. Thanks Mitch, 60.08484000 bat.
Sir Charles, thank you man for the 1389 a bat. Much love. The late stage contribution. Thank you dudes. Keep working at it man. Reach your goals. Beefcake.